Introverts, extroverts, your postman, your mum, or your dog. This show is for everyone. We're not just talking about the usual inspiring entrepreneurship. We introduce you to badass networkaholics who get shit done and make a difference. Tune in as they reveal their magic tricks and learn how to level up your networking skills. This is the Networkaholic Show, presented by JA Alumni Europe.
Hello everyone, fellow networkaholics, and welcome to the very first episode of the Networkaholic Show. Yay! If you're not seeing us on your screen because you're not watching on YouTube or any other platform, just imagine us cheering and being very, very excited about this moment because we've worked very, very hard to get here. You have absolutely no idea. We're very, very happy to have everyone listening to this first episode where you will meet myself, Maxi, Harry, and Katka, who will be your three most amazing hosts for this very first season of the Networkaholic Show. And I think we will get right into it and start with a little introduction round on us three hosts. And I think, Katka, you're the first one to go.
Hi everyone, I'm super excited. So I'm Katka. I'm currently the communications manager of JA Alumni Europe. And the last time I checked, I think I'm around alumni for 5 years already, which sounds like a lot and is a lot. Like during those years, I've been part of so many various projects and I met so many amazing people worldwide actually, all thanks to JA. I also finished my degree in arts management, so I think I'm a bit of an artsy person. So it's no surprise that I've been always around communications, marketing, creative themes. It's kind of my thing. So that's all about me. And because this podcast it's not about me, I now ask Harry to introduce himself.
I'm Harry. I'm on the partnerships team at JA Alumni Europe. I've been an alumni for it'll be 2 years this summer. So one of the newer ones. Competed in it in 2019, I think. Outside this, I'm a radio presenter, podcast presenter, and I run a record label.
Just casually dropping that, by the way, I own a record label, Gives everyone the feeling that this podcast is brought to you by Harry. And it sort of is, up to a certain point. Harry has a lot of expertise, and I'm very happy to have you on this, especially as probably one of the younger team members we have at JA Alumni Europe. You just joined us half a year ago or what? Something like this. As I already mentioned, my name is Maxi. I'm based in Vienna, Austria, and I have the honor to be the reigning president of JA Alumni Europe. That sounds very awkward, you guys, but that is simply the title that I have. Besides being a full-time alumnus, I own a construction company here in Vienna, Austria. We do roofs, so I'm a builder, if you want to call me like that. And I'm also a very artsy person, just like Katka. I was the comms manager before her, so I do a lot of graphic design. I'm very into art, all that stuff really gets me going. And I'm also, as already said, very, very excited to be here with you, Harry and Katka today. We already mentioned the name JA Alumni Europe here and there. I think most of our listeners will be part of the JA Alumni Europe network or the global network of JA alumni. So that means we have all participated in programs by JA that are focused on entrepreneurship and leadership. I am not going to go down the road and pitch JA to you guys because again, I think most of the listeners are very sick and tired of hearing that and know exactly what we're talking about. Rather, I would like to ask everyone here to quickly explain what it really is that makes you so crazy about our JA Alumni Network, the reason why you're on JA Alumni Europe, volunteering for it, and now on this podcast as well.
For me, what I really love about JA Alumni overall is that you sometimes just have this crazy idea, and this whole network allows you to make it happen. Like before you even realize it, you're out there making your ideas happen. And this actually is like this whole podcast is all about it. We just had this random call, and we were just like, from time to time we're having conversations that are actually fun. If we recorded it, would anyone listen to it? And before we realize it, we are sitting here recording it. So for me, this is what the network is all about: just having crazy ideas, being around like-minded people, making the ideas happen, and having fun, of course.
Yeah, I think for me it's just how welcoming everyone is. I mean, I've never met anyone in person from the team.
So true. Wow.
The first time I met anyone was on a pub quiz just before Christmas. Well, I didn't know anyone, and everyone was very welcoming to that. And it's progressed ever since there. But the one thing that I've always noticed is everyone is very friendly, and it's very easy to sort of form friendships because of this.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, for everyone who doesn't know, like Harry literally jumped on this virtual pub quiz, by the way, so nothing physical. He just decided, oh, I've seen this event on Gather. I will simply sign up and see where this takes me. And he was randomly matched into my group, and then also a few other board members. And I think Harry really got hooked there. We've had a great time. I don't know how many beers we've had that night. Plenty. Yeah, but it was really nice. And that's the perfect example to me. Like, even in those challenging digital times we still live in, we really had the alumni spirit, as I always say, to kind of onboard Harry, and now he's here and we've never met before, and he just feels like a friend to me. I talk to everyone regularly, even though everyone is spread out all across the Europe, really. That's what I so love about this network. And also what you said, Katka, that it's just, we're people who want to make things happen. We just don't want to talk about it too long. We just want to get on it, even if it's not the perfect product we're presenting. But we're presenting something to you that's happening very quickly, and it's efficient, and it's there already, and we will do our best to make it better. So this first episode, is kind of the first time that we're doing this. I think the episodes will get better by the end of this first season, and we'll progress from there. But it's a start, and I'm very, very happy that we're all here. So a question that we will ask every single guest we will have on the show, because, we're not just gonna randomly talk about topics here and there. We will also have very special guests from our network to present everyone the amazing community that we actually have in this very first season. So we'll ask all of them a very specific but simple question, and that is, what is your number one networking tip? And this is the question I would want to ask everyone here today as well. What is your number one networking tip for all the listeners out there?
So for me, I think the magic happened when I kind of realized that everyone is human. I mean, it sounds super easy, right? But actually, setting your mind like this, it's not as simple, because when you're being around like super ambitious, maybe successful people, it can be kind of hard to start a conversation and kind of let go. But once I met enough of people and I realized that all of them are human, all of them have their own life path, wishes, goals, and struggles. The conversation is so much easier to lead. So that would be my advice.
Yeah, I think mine sort of relates with that. For me, it's just not being afraid to put yourself out there. I know before I did JA, feels a lot longer ago than it actually was. I wouldn't say I was necessarily introverted, but I wasn't a big public speaker, which is one thing. And I said I'd do the presenting because A, no one else said they wanted to, and B, because I wanted to try it. And it's because of that I've managed to do things like past jobs I wouldn't have been able to do without that. Just job interviews alone. I probably wouldn't be doing radio without it. Is another thing. So it's just putting yourself out there, because ultimately, if you don't, no one else will.
Yeah, like being your number one fan. I think that's really it. Like, if you are not cheering for yourself, and as you just said, Harry, putting yourself out there, who in God's name is going to do that? No one. Maybe your mom, maybe your grandma. They're probably your absolute heroes and fans, but everyone else probably gonna be like, good for you, and then move on. Yes, very, very valuable tips we have here. Mine would be, I mean, you know, we're not having physical events at the moment, but just imagine you're at a physical event. There's always that networking part whenever the official parts are over. And what I started doing, you know, a few years ago, and we still could do that, but what I will be doing again is looking across the room and kind of going for someone you don't know, because especially at events from alumni, also international ones, we always go for the people we know. We want to catch up with them, see what they're doing. That is good, but you know, maybe a new person, someone you've never spoken to, a new member maybe even, is the exact person you will need to make your new project happen, or will become your best drinking buddy. You know, you just have to find out and give that person a drink, and then ask them what they're doing, why they're here today, and you never know where this might take you. I've had very pleasant experiences from doing that.
I think that's how I happened to be in the J Alumni Europe board.
See?
I think I just had one beer with you, Maxi, and like.
Really? Was it
mean,
me? Wow. I'm very honored. That's what I do. See, maybe that was the tactic already. Like, how are you today? What are you doing for a living? Do you want to become a part of J Alumni Europe? You know, that's just me. That's me.
You have no other choice. I mean,
You sound like you're recruiting for a cult.
I was gonna. Yes, I know. And let's be honest. We're called up to a certain point, but you know, a very positive and good cult that will actually help you become the entrepreneur and leader you want to be. So it's nothing too bad. I mean, before we start drifting off, saying that J Alumni Europe is a cult, I think we will be ending this very first episode right here. We will be having a new episode every week from now on, so make sure to follow this show on whichever app you're currently listening. Follow J Alumni Europe on all the social platforms that you know, because I think Katka can tell you we're probably on there. Just go and find us. And most importantly, if you're an alumnus, please join us on our virtual platform Gather at gatheralumni.org. You can catch up with us on all the things that we're doing. You'll see all the episodes of this great show. There's endless possibilities on there, you guys, even in these challenging times. So make sure to check it out and go for it. Right. Anything else to add from you guys? Are you ready for this very first season? Because I am.
I mean, let's go.
Let's go for it. Thank you so much for listening, and let's get this going. Goodbye.